Yeah. There's a thing. Ugh. Right. Anyway. Hello. False start there for a second. Today we have to deal with hell on Earth because we got to do the side quests. I'm gonna have to deal with those 3 fucking mechs.
No messages for you, Commander.
Since we're here, Ikuna. First discovered by the Quarians at the turn of the century, Ikuna is habitable but a second-tier choice for most species. Circling an orange star, Ikuna averages below freezing temperatures. This led development firms to colonize at the planet's equator, where the climate is tolerable for agriculture. The Quarians, seeking a homeworld of their own, petitioned the Citadel Council for the right to take over Ikuna, but they had already settled a few 100,000 Quarians on the planet before approaching the Council. Seeing this occupation as an illegal act, the Council turned a deaf ear to the Quarian pleas and gave the world to the Elcor, who could withstand the high gravity of the world far better. Quarians squatting on the planet were given one galactic standard month to leave, at which point their colonies would be bombarded. Junk left behind by the fleeing Quarians clogs up portions of the landscape to this day. Non-Elcor visitors to Ikuna are advised to use personal or vehicular mass effect fields to lighten the pressure, as the surface gravity will otherwise cause health and mechanical problems. Oh, there's Ezo here.
Launching probe.
Let me use that for now.
Probe away.
Probably grab a tiny bit more opium.
Launching probe. Probe away. Launching probe. Probe away. Launching probe. Probe launched. Probe away.
Right. It's not a load of ESO. Issa Gas giant Issa is composed mostly of hydrogen and nitrogen. Its orbit in recent years has taken it close to the mass relay in their system, making it a popular stop for scoop ships to refuel the hydrogen in their thrusters before moving on. There we got 4. Serapi. The upward is the second planet orbiting the white star Tassra. Serapi's pressure cooker atmosphere of carbon dioxide and ethane serves as a greenhouse to an already boiling hot surface. Cobalt compounds are frequently found on its crust, giving spectacular blue tinges to its land. Scans from orbital probes indicate its crust contains deposits of platinum, likely to be as unexploited as its sister planet, Ahur. That's a lot of palladium. By normal standards, a large rock planet, Ahur fiery, is constantly scorched by the white bright giant it orbits. A dense atmosphere featuring hydrogen, helium, and clouds of vaporized magnesium float over its iron-rich core, making for a truly hellish landscape. Its spectacular temperature prevents any practical exploitation.
Launching probe. Probe away. Launching probe. Launching probe.
Right, the Phoenix Missing is done. Just see the shops. well, turn in.
Hello again, my friends. Please tell me you have something for me.
Have you seen what's in these packages?
Why? Did you find something untoward? Certainly nothing worth getting worked up about.
This information could weaken Arya's organization. You better be sure it's safe before you take it anywhere.
I'm touched. Trust me, I know what I'm doing. Shall we get back to business?
Why do you want information about one of Arya's men?
It's not for me. A lot of people want a leg up on Arya, and they'll pay a lot of credits to get it. If Anto or Arya found out, I'd be ruined. Or killed.
Arya will find out what you're up to, Ish. I don't envy you when that happens.
I think I can handle it.
No one has beaten Arya in centuries. Once she casts down your clients, she'll come looking for you.
You're right. I have to get out of here. Thank you, my friend. You probably just saved my life. Come on, Sal. We have to get out of here.
We can use this.
Was voted this year's hottest wedding location. Under Admiral Hackett's orders, money raised from wedding fees goes to funds for Alliance veterans.
Now what's this?
And I got all my fucking credits. Jesus Christ. Now, well,
Come on, let me in.
Anybody here seen my dad?
Arya has a job she needs doing. You up for some work?
That depends on what Arya has in mind.
Arya's gotten word that some blood-packed mercs plan to kill an old acquaintance of hers, a Krogan named Patriarch. She'd like you to keep that from happening.
What's the Blood Pack's problem with Patriarch?
If you've met Patriarch, you know. He can't keep his damn mouth shut. Some people don't appreciate his stories, especially when he dips into non-fiction.
What's Arya's interest in protecting him?
Patriarch was one of her deadliest enemies back in the old days. Now she keeps what's left of him around as a trophy. As long as he lives, he's a perfect example of what happens when you go up against Arya.
I'll look into it.
Good. Patriarch's downstairs, likely surrounded by his fans. Get him into hiding until the mercs move on. Come back here when it's done, and you'll get your due.
I'll be back when the job is done.
Good luck.
Some people want you dead. I've been asked to move you to safety.
Well, of course. Arya wouldn't want me hurt. It would make her look bad. Perhaps Arya's reputation is no longer my concern. Perhaps I will stay. See who thinks me important enough to kill.
Here's an idea. Let me handle the assassins for you.
Declare us your Grant. We will face down the assassins in your name.
My Grant. It's been so long since anyone wished to fight for my honor. If you would do this for me, I would be grateful. I might even be a Krogan again.
I got a mate and a ship. I only brought one with me to Omega.
Out of our way, human.
You here for Patriarch?
What if we are? You gonna do something about it?
Patriarch sent us. Said to do whatever it takes.
Your Patriarch's Grant? I wasn't aware the old man had one.
You should have done your homework.
Killed them all. And everyone knows that the Patriarch is not to be crossed. Thanks to you, Arya may think of me as more than a trophy. A real advisor, maybe. Or even a threat.
Take care, Patriarch.
For the first time, I like that name. By the way, be careful with Arya. She will approve of what you've done, I think. But not of you altering the balance of Omega. I think it reminds her too much of herself.
Explorer ships have reported seeing vessels of an unknown make, but whose silhouette strongly resembles ancient Rachni ship profiles.
Arya wants to speak with you. She heard you took on the Blood Pack assassins yourself. You wouldn't keep her waiting.
Word has it that Patriarch's Krant took out the men sent here to kill him. Funny, I didn't know he had a Krant.
Patriarch has more influence than you thought.
I see. Well, maybe I should watch my back then. It's not what I asked, but you got the job done. You've done a lot for me, Shepard. Let me return the favor. We're sending your coordinates to a cache on an uncharted world. You want it? It's yours.
We can use any help we can get.
Whatever you find is yours to deal with.
Thanks. Maybe I'll come back later.
Why don't you find a nice girl to keep you warm in the meantime? You look like
Come on, let me in.
That was a worthwhile stopper.
Be ye warned. The end times are coming, and you are not prepared. Pay for
Could have done with like 5 million more credits, but. Ugh. Got it. Right. Nearog is a hydrogen-methane gas giant whose moons were once home to Isul, a Brutarian warlord who terrorized the Terminus systems. Attempted to unite a pirate army under his banner, he successfully conducted a rapid blitz against 11 habitable planets. Fortunately for the rest of the galaxy, Isil's crimes caught the attention of the Spectres, who deduced his hidden location and assassinated him. Isil's empire, built on a hyper-extended army, soon came crashing down. His lost stockpiles of Element Zero become something of a legend, and foolish spacers have spent countless amounts of time and money searching for the Vitala system, convinced they will be the ones to finally strike it rich. He's out here.
Launching probe. Probe away.
supposed to. Okie doke. Thanawanaro. Strange island of peace in the lawless terminus systems. Thanawanaro is a planet of crushing gravity but abundant life. As its ponderous name indicates, it was colonized by the Elcor, who have several booming industries on the planet. Hydroelectric dams and biofuels from tough woody algae provide much of the planet's energy. The mines export uranium, thorium, and gold taken to space with generous use of mass effect fields. Of course, pirates target the Elcor's shipping as soon as it leaves orbit, but the Elcor's deals with the mercenary companies keep away all but the most foolhardy of attackers. Well, there are these out here as well.
Probe away. Probe away. Probe launched. Launching probe. Launching probe. Probe launched. Probe launched. Launching probe. Probe away.
Logasiri. Step above a carbonaceous asteroid. Logasiri is a planet with a carbon-heavy crust and a trace atmosphere of CO2 and helium. Its surface is cool enough to have liquid water, but it is rapidly drying out, as it has lost the critical mass to have a self-sustaining hydrologic cycle. Nevertheless, the Batarians have colonized the world, forcing slaves to work in their mines and agri-habitats. The labor is hot, endless, and backbreaking, even in its low-G environment. Every horror story told by slaves elsewhere in the cluster seems to be told by one from Logasiri. The most famous is that of the slaver Silperon, who worked to death 420 slaves over the course of a galactic standard year and ground up their bodies for compost in his greenhouses. He was eventually poisoned by his wife. His shadow and his business model still hangs over the miserable planet. Dorgal. The surface of Dorgal is an ethane-soaked mush. The planet hovers near the boiling point of the harbour hydron and supports a diverse, if simple, and slow-moving carbon-based ecology. The planet's gravity is strong enough to retain an atmosphere of molecular nitrogen and carbon monoxide, but the methane that dominated billions of years ago has long since been lost.
Launching probe.
Kora. Kora is a small lifeless rock blessed with significant deposits of thorium used in radiation shielding and the manufacture of space frame alloys. A small population of miners eke out an existence on the surface, selling their ore at Lorak and praying that the intermittent rays by the terminus pirate clans will pass their homesteads by. There have been no children born on Kora since the infamous pirate raid of 2047, where every child on the planet was rounded up and taken as a slave. Any couple finding itself pregnant preemptively moves off-world. Nothing there, so...
Anomaly detected.
Lorak is an extremely rare example of a habitable world circling a red dwarf star. Originally an independent Asari colony named Isan, it was annexed by the Batarian hegemony in 1913, causing a minor galactic incident. Despite several attempts, the local terminus warlords have never been able to take Lorak for themselves. Lorak is a low-density world composed of rock, light metals, and a water-based crust. It is tidally locked to Father, with a sunward hot pole and a shadowed cold pole. Water on the sunward side evaporates quickly, travelling over the islands of the habitable Terminator Zone in the form of massive fast-moving thunderstorms, and finally settling as snow on the frozen dark side. There are fears that the build-up of ice cap mass on the far side may cause axial reorientation over the course of several million years. Batarian officials dismiss this idea as an irresponsible theory disseminated by counter-hegemonist subversives.
General distress. Beacon auto process interrupted at parse point ACO 655321. Status.
Something on our sensors.
Signal scans detect a transmitter matching Cerberus encryption. It is registered to an unknown deep cover operative. Cerberus operative life signs unconfirmed. Other transmissions that match known Eclipse-coded communications also detected.
We've been spotted.
Fucking A! Give me something to fucking go behind, god damn it.
Enemy!
Oh, fucking boom.
Taking fire.
Fucking slow down, piece of shit game.
Throwing up a barrier.
Nice shooting. There we go. Don't stand up.
I'll tear.
Like that one. Perfect.
God damn it. Subject ID, Interrogator, Bulgaro. Subject, Cerberus Agent, Tyrone Rawlings. Clips targeted Agent Rawlings some time ago. I know Rawlings is connected to the encrypted data we acquired. Data could conclusively prove Cerberus' involvement in Rachni experiments. We believe Rawlings possesses a cipher that can be used to decrypt the data. Without his cipher, the data could take years for Eclipse to decode. Subject captured. Interpreter, Bulgaro. Subject, Cerberus Agent Tyrone Rawlings. Agent Rawlings proved difficult to capture. Having insinuated himself on a ship bound for the Vatican Traverse, he had won over the loyalty of the ship's crew, who believed him to be a human dignitary on a mission of discovery. Our own agents managed to disable the ship and hobble its defenses long enough to extract Agent Rawlings. We lost a lot of men to attain this asset. This data had better be worth the expense. Subject interrogated. The interrogation has failed. Despite some of our most advanced interrogation techniques, Agent Rawlings managed to evade our questions. When we applied more invasive methods, he proved resistant to those as well. Eventually, Agent Rawlings' resistance caused tempers to flare. We consider it unfortunate that Agent Rawlings did not live to pass on the cipher. We have men working to decipher the encryption now. As long as we control this data, its mere existence remains a powerful tool against Cerberus.
Never saw me coming. Nothing's gonna hurt me now. Nothing's gonna hurt me now.
Oh, he's everywhere. Whoops.
This computer contains the encrypted intelligence extracted from the captured Cerberus agent. The information could adversely affect Cerberus if it were ever circulated publicly. Data uploaded to Alliance Command.
Commander, you've received a new message at your private terminal.
We encrypted data from Alliance Command. Commander, we got the data you sent. If this went public, it could do some serious damage to Cerberus's image. This intel will take years to decode, but just having it is a huge win for the Alliance. Well done, Shepard. Good luck on your mission. Anderson. See the fish. Right. Platinum, eh?
Probe launched. Probe launched. Probe away. Probe launched. Probe away. Probe away. Probe away. Launching probe. Probe launched. Probe launched.
A lot of iridium here as well, isn't there? Okay, ain't rich in platinum anymore, mate. Ingana, the hot, beautiful, and deadly world covered with the debris of ancient starships, approximately 127,000 years ago. A series of battles were fought over it by two organic species, the Folhan and the Inusanon. Although no records of the conflict remain, most historians agree that both races wanted to colonize Inganan, and neither were willing to share. The two lost hundreds of ships in a series of battles over Inganan and its moon, Baraya. Many of these were eventually pulled in by the planet's gravity well. The massive drive cores of these ships broke apart, dumping refined element zero over large stretches of landscape. This poisoned the environment, and a wave of extinctions followed. Many of the animal species that remained showed a tendency to develop biotic powers. As the ecology of Ingana is energetic and aggressive, this makes colonization a deadly peril. 0.
Probe launched. Probe away. Probe launched. Probe launched. Launching probe.
Jump around. Not really worth it. Orbiting closest to the F-class star Armada, there. Tecan is a blistering sun-blasted hell. Neither its carbon dioxide atmosphere nor its weak magnetic field provides any protection from the star's harsh radiation. Fortunately, Tecan has few significant resources and is only notable for an unusual purple desert in the southern hemisphere, thought to be the result of eroded sparacite. Lady. Aurora. Aurora is essentially a giant rock in space, tidally locked to Armada. Its only notable feature is a chain of craters stretching across the northern hemisphere, thought to be the result of impacts by a swarm of meteors. Aurora's low density suggests it contains no mineral wealth beyond common light metals. It maintains a tenuous atmosphere of krypton and xenon. Look all there. Pangea is a typical ammonia methane ice giant. Traces of chlorine in the atmosphere give it a distinct green tint. Penetrating scans have revealed large numbers of hollow, unpowered objects with dimensions of 3.14 by 12.56 by 28.26 meters circulating in the equatorial cloud bands. These objects appear to have sails or wings attached, allowing them to be borne aloft by Pangea's winds. While they are too deep to be reached for study, popular conjecture in xenoarchaeological circles holds that they are coffins of an ancient race who laid their dead to rest in the gas giant.
Anomaly detected.
Alcara's crust is composed of carbon and water ice. While low density, its large size allows it to retain a thick atmosphere of methane and ammonia. It is believed that if Alcara had acquired a bit more mass when the Armada star system formed, it would have formed the core of a second outer system gas giant. Alcara has 3 moons: Luru, Wanginia, and Miami.
Probe launched. Something on our sensors.
Scans confirm the wreckage of the SSV Normandy on the planet's surface. No life signs or mechanical activity detected. Stable landing zone located amid the crash site. Entry 1. Unrecoverable data. Data recovered. Spoke to Commander about this corrupt. All these damned aliens aboard the Alliance's most advanced ship. Just don't trust them. But unrecoverable data. Damned Asiri. An Aquarian? What does Shepard think this is? A zoo? Entry 2. The Aquarian. Seems she's on some kind of pilgrimage, trying to improve the lot of her home ship. Can understand that. I would babysit my children or anything. But if she has to be on board, I suppose that's not too bad. Entry 3. For a while now, I've taken a look back at past entries in this journal. How blind I was at the time. Came on this ship firmly believing humanity was on its own in the galaxy. Shepard brought all these aliens on board. There's no way we could have accomplished what we did without them. I'm proud to say, die for any member of this crew, regardless of what world they were born on. Presley. Okay, one more. Over there. Mm-hmm. Oh, that's that done. Okay, yep.
Commander, you've received a new message at your private terminal.
Normandy crash site data received. From Admiral Harriet, Commander Shepard. The Alliance was grateful to receive the information you found at the Normandy's crash site, and we've sent it out to the affected families. By finding those dog tags, you have provided peace of mind for a lot of people, Commander. I thank you on their behalf. Fish.
No messages for you, Commander.
That's the palladium-rich planet, so we can just leave it alone. Uanouchi. Uanouchi, Uan Prime, is a stony planet encased in ice under a methane-heavy sky, named for the Uan Consortium, a Batarian manufacturing firm that financed its exploration. Uanouchi's crust provides much of the boron allotropes used in Omnigel throughout the Terminus systems. The area has naturally become a haven for pirates who attempt to steal the refined gel or its ingredients as soon as the cargo ships leave the atmosphere. Not seeing any Zizos, Vatar, located within the life zone of a dimming orange sun, Vatar would be habitable except for its carbon dioxide atmosphere and an icy surface that kills most oxygen-producing bacteria. Nonetheless, mercenary companies and slavers have numerous strongholds on the planet, out of reach of any galactic authority. Travel advisory has a statistically significant number of distress signals have originated within the 1 million kilometer mark of Vatar. Civilian travel is not advised. Irradium. Speaking of Irradium, rocky planet with a crushing atmosphere, Cetor has been scanned from orbit but largely left unexplored due to its sweltering conditions. Its atmosphere contains nitrogen, but also an unusually high percentage of ethane, which can coalesce in pockets near the surface. The alumina-heavy crust of the planet can reach glowing hot temperatures during the daytime, reaching the ethane's auto-ignition temperature and creating pockets of flame across the landscape. For this reason, extravehicular activities are discouraged on Cetor, and no company has been willing to invest in exploration.
Probe away.
Do a sweep. How much irradium is really here? So far there's more palladium.
Probe away. Launching probe. Probe launched. Probe launched. Probe away. Probe launched.
Apparently that was the uranium-rich planet. Do I think I could make it down there and back to Shabrink? Probably. Easily. Uther. Punished with UV and gamma radiation from the Class F star orbiters, Uther is no one's first choice for a planet to land on. Covered in seawater, Uther has a hydrosphere and ozone layer similar to Earth's, but that simply isn't enough to ward off the life-killing radiation. Its nitrogen-rich oxygen-poor atmosphere goes unchanged by the few proteins that have managed to form in the ocean depths. Uther, however, has served as a way station for slaves escaping their Breterian masters. What little land it has is tectonically stable, and its considerable radiation belt and electrical storms grant cover from many common types of sensors. Fleeing ships typically hide on Uther long enough to discharge their drive cores and stock up on deuterium before trying to make it to the cluster's mass relay. MSV Strontium Mule. Derelict ship detected. Derelict ship registered MSV Strontium Mule, visibly damaged from weapons fire. Ship is not responding to hails despite life signs aboard. Transmissions using known Blue Sun's encryption detected. Airlocks are sealed, but the ship can be boarded through an emergency hatch in the cargo hold.
Get them off their feet.
I need cover!
Neutralize! Next!
Your life is made contact.
Neutralize!
Oh. Dax, that common ship isn't leaving. Looks like the fools are moving aboard. The airlocks are sealed, so don't waste your time. Get a team together and be ready to welcome them to our cargo hold. Throw them out of the cargo bay doors when you're done. Captain Voorhees.
What were these people doing here?
All airlocks sealed.
I don't think anyone else is here.
Headshot!
Jarek, you've seen this stash they pulled from cargo. We get that open and we're living the high life for months. Sergeant Vortis took the canister topside, while Voorhees went to pray the codes from the ship's captain. Man, I wouldn't want to be that guy. Hawkins.
There must be a way in. We've done it.
FTL drive damaged and repaired with substandard parts. Risk of complete failure is elevated.
Embrace eternity. Kurtz, heads up, man. Those intruders are still alive and fighting their way through the ship. They have Commander Shepard with them. You better get your men ready to fight. Waters has something up his sleeves. He's got that canister full of loot, and I think he's planning to do something to Vorches and take it for himself. Wouldn't be surprised. Bethel. Merry group is this. All hell. FTL drive inoperable.
Engaging hostile! Taking heavy fire!
I wonder what happened here. There must be a way in.
Communications relay inoperable.
We've done it.
Going to cover!
So one down here as well. Yes or no? No. Have a look.
Watch yourselves!
Ambush.
Orders. Your men better be ready. They hear the intruders making their way here, and you better be ready with backup. The captain was not forthcoming with information, but I found his codes in the ship's black box. We'll get that canister open, but first we'll have to kill these intruders. Captain Voorhees. This is the final entry for Captain James Barnes, skipper of the MSB Strontium Mule. Reading this, I and Mike are dead. 2 weeks ago, we answered a distress signal. It turned out to be a Blue Sun's trap. We managed to escape but sustained heavy damage. Do not approach the coordinates in this log. Find the canister in our cargo hold. You are welcome to its contents. The authorization codes are encrypted in this log. Authorization code decryption complete.
Watch yourselves!
Your life is mine.
All Blue Sun's holdings have been eliminated. It is likely that the requested cargo is located on the ship's upper deck.
Was it? No. Down there, okay. Eric, this is it. Get your men under control and ready to move. The intruders are the key. Once they hit the bridge, Voorhees will call for us. Do not answer. The intruders will take him out for us, and we'll get the codes for to this canister ourselves. At that point, take out anyone on your list. The fewer men left, the bigger the prize for each of us. Sergeant Bortis. Come on, game. Oy.
We can use this.
Commander, you've received a new message at your private terminal.
Blue Sun's ambush site detected. From Cerberus Command, we started going through that intel. Fine work, by the way. We discovered the location of the base where the Stronium mule fell into the Blue Sun's trap. Blue Suns are indeed using false distress signals to lure merchant freighters near their base, with the intent of capturing and raiding those vessels. If you can get out there and shut down their beacon, it'll save a lot of merchants and a lot of distress. It will also strike a blow to the Blue Suns as a whole. The base is on a planet called... The base is on Planet Sanctum. Decorus system, Sigurd's Cradle. We've uploaded coordinates to the galaxy map. Right. Mega more or less done. Okay, 4 other systems. Antigar, charted by a Solarian mining expedition that went off course due to computer error. Antigar is a hydrogen and helium gas giant with 11 known moons and dusty ring. And nothing interesting. Flet. Uninhabitable by most species, Flet is home to the Bloodpack's Vorcha training and breeding grounds. The thick atmosphere is nearly all nitrogen and lacks oxygen, which poses no hazards to the Vorcha. Needing little but imports of food and water, Vorcha mercenaries and mercenaries to be trained rigorously to overpower and kill whoever the company is at war with at this time. Travel advisory. Flet's spaceports are wholly owned subsidiaries of the Bloodpack Mercenary Company, a corporation undergoing numerous criminal investigations for capital crimes. Civilian traffic to Flet is strongly discouraged. Uzin. Named for one of many Krogan gods of vengeance, Uzin is a gas giant close enough to its orange star that none of its moons are considered habitable. Its composition is largely hydrogen and methane, with traces of xenon that the Krogan collect for use in ion drives. Uzin is well within the frost line where the gas giants usually do not form, leading astronomers to believe that its orbit used to be further from the star. If so, this would indicate a seriously unstable orbit, and the planet may plunge into its star within a few million years. Rill. Planet only a Vorcha could love. Rill is notable for its near-miss climate, punishing heat, and a thin, toxic methane-ethane atmosphere. Its surface is dotted with Krogan and Vorcha habitats, eking out a meager living off the planet's tin and copper deposits, and killing anyone who cuts into their profits. Travel advisory. Krogan can survive in the heat with the use of a breath mask. All other species require environmental suits to avoid heat exhaustion and burns. Liquid water can be found in large lakes on the surface. This can be used for thermoregulation, but it is not potable without processing. Alliance Bulletin. Large-scale gang warfare is a regular occurrence on Rill. Civilian travel is not advised.
Detected an anomaly.
Neath. Cold and dry, Neath has a thin nitrogen atmosphere and vast salt flats at its equator, which is warm enough for liquid water to boil during the summer period. The revealed salt is collected and sold to sodium-poor planets for agricultural purposes. During the Anhur rebellions, Neath was the staging ground for Eclipse ships and was the site of their first defeat when enemy Nahasite surprised and routed them with a superior force. Some wreckage from the battle can still be found on the planet today.
General distress. Beacon process interrupted. Translation error. Status of system operator is not known.
Something on our sensors.
Surface scans indicate wreckage of a merchant freighter. Configuration unknown. Damage to ship catastrophic. Detecting movement, but no signs of organic life. Oh, this might be the hell place. The 3 giant nuts.
A sandstorm is approaching from the northwest. Proceed with caution.
Actually, I don't think it is.
Engineering status compromised. Catastrophic damage to primary and secondary cores. Element 0 exposure levels critical. Fuel leaks throughout the engineering deck. Navigation status critical. Manual control of navigation impossible. VI control locked out by Executive Command. Authorization CRET 43279. Sensor status compromised. Short-range sensors offline. Unsafe planetary proximity detected at 0700 hours. Life support compromised. Life support returning to safe levels. VI control locked out by Executive Command. Operation CRET 43279. Shield status normal. Shields holding at 100% integrity. No shield breaches detected. VI network compromised. Combating potential contagion. VI control of critical systems locked out by the Executive Command. Authorization CRET 43279. Communication status compromised. Damage to communications array critical. Activating distress beacon.
Captain, short-range sensors just went offline and I'm locked out of helm control. The VI is reporting malfunctions all over the ship.
Attention all hands. We are on a collision course and losing systems fast. Report to the escape pods immediately. This is not a drill.
Holding crates of reflective mech armor X6378. Source, Cherrier Station. Destination, ERCS Facility. 180 Loki mechs. Source, Hanar Kadar Experimental Mechanics Division. Destination, ERCS Facility. 1 Ymir mech. Source, Hanar Kadar Experimental Mechanics Division. Destination, ERCS Facility. God, I like 180 of the normal ones. I wish.
the flood rage!
Sandstorm activity has reduced visibility to 90%. Proceed to for evacuation. Activity has reduced visibility to 65%. Proceed to shuttle for evacuation.
Hostiles incoming.
No shield.
One more.
Sandstorm activity 40%. Proceed to shuttle for evacuation.
Wait.
Sandstorm activity has reduced visibility to 40%. Proceed to shuttle for evacuation.
Sit down!
If I can just fight for all this.
Too late! Now you're dead!
Visibility to 40%. Proceed to shuttle for evacuation.
One more.
Sandstorm activity has reduced visibility to 40%. Proceed to shuttle for evacuation.
Economic gain.
Feel the blood rage! Worthless.
Sandstorm activity has reduced visibility to 40%. Proceed to shuttle for evacuation.
Time to fight! Heads up! This... Sandstorm activity has reduced visibility to 40%.
they've seen us.
Sandstorm activity
Commander, you've received a new message at your private terminal.
MSV Corsica, last known docking coordinates. From Edie. Information acquired. Location coordinates, Jahir Station, Strabo System, Eagle Nebula. Data mining confirms the last reported location of merchant freighter MSV Corsica as the Jahir System in the Strabo System. Jahir Station in the Strabo System. The possibility exists that clues pertaining to the anomaly that caused the mass malfunction of the mechs aboard Corsica can be found aboard Jahir Station. Eat a fish.
No messages for you, Commander.
Wearables. Sobek, a hydrogen-nitrogen gas giant believed to be an extrasolar capture. Sobek's low-G moons were the site of many Badarian labor camps during the Anhar rebellions, generating raw materials for the war. When the slaves were finally liberated by Eclipse, the mercenaries found abysmal conditions, including whole camps that lacked mass effect fields to keep the gravity at habitable levels, and widespread bone loss among the slaves was part of their master's final degradation. It would cripple them if they ever left for a standard gravity world. The plight of the slaves soon garnered galactic media attention, and several charities sprang up to pay for their physical therapy and find them gainful employment. Eclipse, normally reviled for their cutthroat tactics and criminal employees, found themselves painted as heroes. The mercenary company still retains an office on Sobek's moon, Equet, out of nostalgia as much as business strategy. Sekhmet, a hydrogen-helium gas giant believed to have entered Amon's system within the last billion years. Sekhmet was the site of an important battle in the Anhar rebellions, and the Eclipse Mercenary Company sought to capture the refueling station to deny the rebels supplies. Blech. A fighter wing hiding in Sekhmet's rings ambushed them. Eclipse suffered heavy initial losses but destroyed 2 rebel carriers and forced them to retreat into FTL. This was considered the high watermark of the rebellion. At no point after the Battle of Sekhmet did the rebels have a victory. Today, Sekhmet is home to refueling stations and a small war memorial in orbit at the planet's L5 Lagrange point. And apparently a tiny bit of meso.
Launching probe. Probe away.
I should do a full sweep then.
Probe launched. Launching probe. Probe Probe launched. Probe away. Probe away.
Oh, chunk of Ezo on here actually, wasn't there? BAST, a small hydrogen-nitrogen gas giant, BAST and its moon serve as the Quds mercenary company's fallback position after their defeat on Neath. Once they had gathered their strength, they linked a false position to the Nahist consortium to lure them into a trap, which developed into a pitched battle. Both sides claimed victory. Nahist lost more ships, but could afford the setback in a way Eclipse could not. Garden world with heavy populations of humans and Batarians, and her was home to one of the ugliest violations of sapient rights in modern human history. A consortium of corporations and corrupt politicians, fearing Batarian economic competition due to their custom of legal slavery, passed a resolution that abolished the minimum wage, effectively re-legalizing slavery on a human-dominated world. Opponents of the motion quickly turned to activism and violence. Civil war erupted as one side sought to end slavery throughout the system. Another, primarily Batarian faction, called the Nahist, sought to keep the slaves they had. The Anha rebellions raged from 2176 to 2178. The Nahist has a significant advantage in ships, labor, and weapons, forcing the Anha militias to hire mercenary companies to even the odds. In the end, the abolitionists won out, though at the cost of much of their infrastructure. Though Anha today still has significant natural wealth, it is economically depressed, save for the reconstruction industry.
Probe launched.
Let's see how rich and easy this place is, shall we?
Probe launched.
No, I'm not seeing all the riches in Ezo on this planet.
Probe launched. Launching probe. Probe launched. Launching probe. Probe away. Launching probe.
Oh, there was some there. I call rich, but whatever.
Only half our fuel remains.
First Land, a hydrogen-helium gas giant believed to be an extrasolar capture. First Land is home to many space stations supporting the ubiquitous refueling platforms. The thriving community of Drell and Anar make their homes in orbit here, giving the solar system's robo-miners somewhere to go when the 50-hour days and nights are driving them mad. Nothing interesting. Island Wind, a large hydrogen-nitrogen gas giant. Island Wind is named for the sweet-smelling land breeze that comes off of the archipelagos of Kaji in the evening. As tumultuous as any other Jovian giant, Island Wind has cyclones that span tens of thousands of kilometers. Murky water. Despite the name, murky water has yet to show any signs of having water whatsoever. Its name is a literal translation from the original Hanar, who consider murky water a sign of danger. Murky water has a haze, crushing atmosphere of carbon dioxide and methane, which brings the surface heat to boiling levels. It remains unexploited, its gravity and temperature too high to bother. Fitful Current was so named because it orbits in retrograde, indicating that it may have been an extrasolar planet that was captured by the relic system's gravity well. Large for a rock planet, Fitful Current has only traces of hydrogen in its extremely thin atmosphere. And our robo-miners have recovered some uranium and thorium deposits from its depths. A dwarf planet with a shroud of carbon monoxide and dioxide that keeps it warm, Rough Tide was so named when large veins of platinum and palladium were struck, and miners from all over the cluster came in to stake their claims. And our police and their Drellin forces clashed with Krogan and Vorcha in an ugly series of race riots in the late 2170s, and the planet has only grudgingly kept a shaky peace since then. Praying Mouth. A hydrogen-helium gas giant, Praying Mouth is a Ship-killing enigma, the Bermuda Triangle of the Terminus systems. There are many theories why ships never returned from there. Undetected space debris and old disrupted torpedoes and magnetic mines from a long-forgotten war, even miniature black holes. But what is clear is that too many ships have been lost there for it to be a happenstance. There. Travel advisory. Due to the large number of ships lost when attempting to discharge their drive cores in Praying Mouth, the Relic system highly recommends using First Land's complementary discharge stations instead. Ooh. You got EZO.
Launching probe. Probe away. Launching probe. Probe launched. Launching probe. Probe launched.
Beach Thunder lives and dies on the price of titanium, the metal being the only reason to come to this frozen rock. The best-selling e-novel, The Hard Stuff, has popularized the story of the miners on the planet. It follows the Hannah and Drell robo-miners competing with Krogan and Vorcha, who simply put on environmental suits and blast the titanium out, more or less by hand. As the novel's promotional screed says, there. Accidents are frequent, rivalry is fierce, and vengeance is served up fast. This is a uranium-rich planet. Goddamn examples of it then. Jarahi Station. Site intel retrieved. Location coordinates Jarahi Station, Strabo System, Eagle Nebula. Data mining confirms the last reported location of the merchant freighter MSV Corsica is the Jarahi Station in the Strabo System. Possibility exists that clues pertaining to the anomaly that caused the mass malfunction of the mechs aboard Corsica can be found aboard Jerry's station. Dr. Galwind. At my suggestion, we have cut power to all systems save critical life support, in hopes that disabling these systems will deny the VI the resources she needs to kill us. This is a temporary solution. We cannot last this out on our own. Dr. Talswin. Talsin, even.
Docking area power restored. Intruders are requested to report to the cargo doors for immediate removal from station. Intruder detected. You are not authorized to be in this area.
Dr. Galwind, my firm belief is that the VI is paranoid about the possibility of infection. Current homicidal behavior is likely out of an inflated desire to keep us from shutting it down. I believe that the VI is malfunctioning and that it believes our equipment to be infected by a virus. If we continue to try to shut her down, she will keep trying to destroy us. Maybe our only recourse is to just do nothing and convince her that we're not a threat. Dr. Talsin. No outage detected in the station. Mainframe is locked down for security purposes. Attention all docks personnel. We are expecting a shipment of mech parts from the Hanekade facility on Capek. Eskin's Titan Nebula. Make sure the VI knows to accept a docking request from the freighter MSV Corsica. Kennings.
Living area power restored. The living area doors have been closed to quarantine a threat to this station. Advise intruders to engage self-destruct procedures to avoid death by starvation. 2 doors enabled. 1 door enabled. 1 door enabled. 1 door enabled. 1 door enabled. 3 doors enabled. 1 door enabled. 5 doors enabled. Research area power restored. Beam engaged. Testing area has been locked down according to protocol M29-2. Reflective armor prototype repositioned. There have been 4 fatalities. Reflective armor prototype repositioned. Reflective armor prototype repositioned. Reflective armor prototype repositioned. Testing area has been unlocked. All personnel, take this opportunity to leave the station immediately. Plasma venting in progress. Attempting to reach the maintenance controls will most likely result in serious injury or death.
Kennings, I'm positive that the trouble with our VI started after the Corsa got docked. Thus, Hailsin is looking into the VI itself. In the meantime, I need you to go through the logs and find out everything that was on that ship. Dr. Galwind.
All attempts to decontaminate station have failed. Require more power to escalate defenses. Maintenance area power restored. Hub area power restored. Central mainframe access granted. Docked vessel detected. Attempting to upload central programming into docked vessel's mainframe. Intruder detected. You are not authorized to be in this area. This is a secure zone. Please leave this station immediately. I regret to inform you that all attempts to defend the station have failed. Shutting down security protocols.
Commander, you've received a new message at your private terminal.
Source of VI virus detected. From ED. Information received. Planet information. Capek. Askin system. Titan Nebula. Data from the quarantined VI at Jehir station indicated that a possible source of the VI virus outbreak is a Hane Kadar facility on the planet Quebec. Coordinates have been downloaded into the galaxy map. Good fish. In theory, that's a you and a bit done.
detected an anomaly.
Aquitius. Home to the famous iron canyons, Aquitius has reddish iron oxide dust. Hemite, covering much of its surface, and significant blue cobalt deposits that freckle the terrain. Turian explorers have discovered hot springs in the polar ice caps, heated by magma in the planet's crust. In a strange combination of science and huxtonism, a small facility exports water from these springs, which is bottled and sold as having medicinal properties. The funds are then used to maintain a research station which has discovered some fossil evidence that Aquitius once harbored microscopic life based on dexoribonolic acids in these springs.
Universal distress protocol. Unregistered user or record damaged. Status is unknown. Beacon
Scans have found something.
Anomaly detected. Surface scans report potential alien structures from within the mining facility. Anonymous life signs detected. Whereabouts of facility staff are unknown. Named Husky. If you're reading this, get the hell out of this place now.
Hello, dead people.
Go get them, Nika. Good girl. Weapons ready. Combat throws away.
Alien machine discovered. Smithson's men dug out some kind of alien machine today. Like nothing I ever saw. Called up some of my contacts and found out there's a market for this kind of thing. Looks like some squints over Eleanor's risk control are willing to part with a ton of credits to get their hands on one of these things. Far be it from me to deny them a chance to pay me. Strange glow. Cooper and Jorgensen say they saw the damned alien thing glowing. And if I'm going near it to prove them wrong, I don't get paid enough to expose myself to weird alien artifacts. I have to admit though, that's an awfully pretty sound coming from that back room. Something's different. Cooper, Jorgensen and them ain't doing so well. Not feeling so good myself either. Staying near the machine, feel better. Not sure I want to let them Elena spoke take it. It should stay right here with us.
Shepard, I detected powerful alien signature deep within the mines. It appears the device is the source of the husks.
It is likely that destroying it will stop them.
Let me move! Move! Oh. Freaking things. I'm not being enough of you to do. Fucking A. Jesus Christ. Move! 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 Why are there 100 fucking things behind us? Ugh. Oh, for fuck's sake. Fine, we'll take care of whatever shit's calling them.
Got you.
Let me move!
Trouble to the right.
That's annoying. Other credits. Fuck you, game. Infinite fucking enemy spawn bullshit.
No messages for you, Commander.
Eat a fish.
No messages for you, Commander.
Do you want to let me go back? Of course not. Nothing on the planet anyway. Though Petus has a combination of features that make terraforming a possibility, the rights to the planet have been tied up in Citadel Council courts for the past 8 years. The running joke is that by the time the Council finally gives the go-ahead to colonize the planet, Petus will have evolved life of its own. Home to comfortable temperatures and a mild atmosphere of mostly nitrogen and argon, Petus could be habitable with the addition of oxygen-producing cryobacteria. Its crust is high in silicates and carbon, allowing for easy fabrication of construction materials. Smugglers, pirates, and other unregistered starships sometimes touch down on Petus to lay low or make repairs. Civilian travel is not advised. So. Pressure cooker planet with a thick nitrogen-heavy atmosphere, Veer is largely ignored by the galactic community. Probes have revealed a crust of nickel and scorched carbon, both of which can be found in abundance elsewhere at far lesser temperatures. Nothing else. Visible in Invictus's night sky is Timararis, a planet named for the Turian spirits said to have inspired the crew of their first manned moon launch, a boiling hot rock planet. Timararis is much hotter than its temperate neighbor due to a thick atmosphere rich in carbon dioxide and helium. Its hot surface is largely composed of boron, surrounded by a thick dust cloud. Timararis is often struck by small meteorites, making exploration dangerous. Interesting either. Home to dexter amino acid based life, Invictus temperate zone was settled by a Turian population that initially fell prey to a bewildering number of diseases. 2 decades after its first colony was founded, its population had reduced by half due to fatalities and a large colonist exodus. But when the Primarchs considered ceding the planet to robo-mining interests, the Turian statesman Sastina Empress ambitiously declared that she would start her own colony and double its population within 5 years. This effort succeeded largely due to the colony's location in deserts with a minimal number of pest species. The image of Shestina's triumph in the frontier made for good political theatre, and the Turian population poured in. The planet's tropical belt still remains largely unexplored, as its aggressive organic life still wreaks havoc on Turian biology. A house in an Invictus jungle is a modern Turian phrase for an idea that seems like a good idea, but only to the one who came up with it. Invictus's atmosphere is primarily nitrogen and oxygen, and its surface crust varies but has high concentration of alumina and silver. Because it can support life easily, criminals from throughout the Terminus system hide out on Invictus. Its official population is estimated to be half the number of sapients that are actually on the planet. And it has ESOs.
Probe launched. Probe away. Probe launched. Launching probe. Probe launched.
Right. That's the Minos Wasteland done. My frontier is done. One down that way. Okay. Galon is surrounded by an extensive ring system. The inner rings are composed... There. The inner rings composed pulverized nano-manufactured carbon materials, thought to be the remains of an Ethrini helium-3 mining infrastructure. Few pieces of larger debris found indicate a materials technology at least equal to the current galactic state-of-the-art. The outer ring consists of water ice, silica dust, and the odd bit of rock. Analysis of the debris often shows shock damage and evidence of rapid heating. Some parahistorical theorists insist that the outer rings represent debris from a moon or moons destroyed by a mass accelerator bombardment. This has been rejected by every reputable xenoarchaeologist. While it is theoretically possible to destroy a small moon utterly with dreadnought bombardment, no species sees a compelling reason to do so. Nothing. Hippo is a rocky world with an atmosphere of oxygen and carbon dioxide. There are large craters scattered across its surface, obviously from hypervelocity kinetic impactors. Stretching between these locations are the shattered remains of magnetic levitation rail lines. which strongly suggests that the craters represent the former locations of Arathi mining outposts or other settlements. The equatorial region contains an extensive network of canyons formed by the planet's abundant liquid water. Travel advisory. FO's atmosphere is approximately 41% carbon dioxide at sea level. This level is 4 to 6 times that necessary to render most species unconscious within a few minutes of breathing it. Breathing masks must be worn at all times while on the surface of FO. Not seeing any SO.
I have detected an anomaly.
Ilimi is a post-garden world that once enjoyed an Earth-like oxygen-nitrogen atmosphere. It is still blessed with plentiful water but a generally cold climate and extreme seasonal shifts, courtesy of a 38-degree axial tilt. Heimli is thought to be the homeworld of the Arthin, a space-faring species which disappeared approximately 300,000 years ago. Precisely what happened to Heimli is still under debate. It appears a global extinction occurred, wiping out all native animal life forms more complex than zooplankton. Plant forms were not affected, but the lack of oxygen-breathing life caused oxygenation of the atmosphere. Plant life was reduced after lightning storms ignited global wildfires. The leading theory for Heimli's devastation is an out-of-control biological weapon. For this reason, landing is strictly prohibited. The corporations of Ilium have emphasized a network of quarantine satellites to dissuade would-be looters from landing in the crumbling cities.
Detective Corbin. All units report to ready stations for possible anti-invasion protocol. Repeat, unidentified ship detected in orbit. All units report...
Something on our sensors.
Mercenary activity detected inside a mining facility on planet surface. Facility confirmed registered to Entville Ashland Energy Corporation. Eclipse presence confirmed. Distress beacon powered down at site. Sensors detect multiple spacefaring vessel launches from facility. Get them a goddamn level. Shipping log. Cargo ship Tier Allen docked and received a large shipment of resources en route to a facility in the Dranak system. Tier Allen requested escort for the shipment, claiming pirate activity along the route.
Going silent.
Alert. We are under mercenary attack. Escort civilians to crew quarters. And return to the work area to protect the main computer at all costs.
Me.
Impressive.
Going silent. Ooh. Now you see me. Shipping log. Cargo ship Tiralan docked and received a large shipment of resources en route to a facility in the Dranak system. Tiralan requested an escort. Yep. Encrypted data. Location of last report from Tiralan encrypted.
Stay down.
see me. Now you see me.
Concussive shot ready.
Incineration ready.
Encrypted data is incomplete. Further details are required to trace the Tier Island's location. Data has been sent to Cerberus for further analysis. Whatever. That's that level up I wanted. Eat the fish. Nepyama. Totally locked to the star Zelene, Nepyama has the expected hot pole and cold pole. Along the Terminator is a thin band of nearly habitable terrain. Unfortunately, the local biosphere is based on a chlorinated oxygen atmosphere. It is not sophisticated, but it is proven highly dangerous. The Asari surveyor Valerius landed on Nepyama. Whatever. In 1684 to study the local ecology. Unbeknownst to the crew, a handful of native chlorine-fixing microbes passed through biohazard screening and entered the ship. The Varilus returned to the port of Nos Arnamelo on Ilium, where the Niphium microbe escaped into a temperate environment with plentiful unused chlorine. The microbes devoured the chlorides in the earth. As metabolic byproducts, they produced toxic polychlorinated bioflavonoids, PCBs. By the time the infestation was contained, an area of nearly 30 square kilometers had been effectively turned into a toxic waste dump. Nos Panorn had to be abandoned, accelerating the development of Nos Astra. Nothing. I should actually scan this one properly. Is it this one? Yeah. That was here, wasn't it?
Probe launched.
Here do we have another Exo giver?
Probe away. Launching probe. Probe launched. Launching probe. Probe launched. Probe launched.
And common methane ammonia gas giant, Zetek is best known for the infamous Calthor camp established on the ice moon of Gessis. Calthor was a Blue Suns hostile environment training facility run by a cadre of former Batarian Special Intervention Unit operatives. In 2168, a cluster-wide scandal broke out when it was revealed that the mortality rate of recruits sent to the camp might be as high as 18%. Investigation by Asari authorities based on Ilium uncovered group graves around the facility containing the remains of several hundred recruits dating back 2 decades. The camp was immediately closed and the remains sent back to their worlds of origin. An inquest by the Blue Suns found the Batarian commandos had used harsh training methods, but these were consistent with their own training to join the SIU. The Batarians were exonerated, though Calthor was shut down and they were reassigned to other units. As the Crescent Nebula is beyond the sphere of Council law, no civil charges could be filed against the Blue Suns.
Anomaly detected.
Tarith is broadly Earth-like with a fatal flaw. It has a relatively high amount of chlorine in its atmosphere. The reason for the greenish haze that becomes apparent when looking at the horizon. Chlorine has become a vital component in Tarith's plant life as a defense mechanism against native herbivores. Many species evolve the ability to release clouds of toxic chlorine when disturbed. This gas is heavier than the atmospheric oxygen and tends to settle in low places. While avoidable, this has placed Tarith near the bottom of the list for colonization. There are intermittent signals originating in the heart of a large chlorine swamp. They appear to be coded, though it is not impossible that they are garbled distress signals from a downed civilian ship.
On our sensors.
Preliminary scans indicate a high-powered communications relay on the planet. Communications match known blood-pack mercenary protocol. A concentration of Krogan and Vulture signals are massed inside what appears to be a mining operation. Life signs detected. Unknown species. Advise caution. They have their Krogan. I have mine.
What the hell happened here?
Original workers, stop chipping away at this node. There's nothing left here to mine. Move on to the other sites, now. Sell a meal.
Toxic atmosphere. Watch yourself.
Wait! To the right!
What the hell are they doing here?
Attention all workers, fall back now. Evacuation shuttles are on the way. Anyone not at the gathering site when the shuttles arrive will be left here for those damn bugs. Sell a meal.
Looks like we just missed a good fight. Hostiles!
Samuel. Can't get any more vulture from Omega. Garm has his own problems. Going to have to man up and deal with this on your own. Maybe build a beacon path. I bet those damn vulture are just wandering off into the fog and getting lost. Kalask. Okay, the correct path.
Here they come. That old
Salamil, where are the resources? Are you mining out there or standing around waiting for those vulture to get smarter? A guy on Ilium can't keep the lights on forever. Keep stalling and we'll have a hell of a fight on the way in. And that would make me really, really angry. Kalask.
lock and load. That old
I expect the vulture all of a sudden.
Here they come. Nothing can stop us. Sit down.
Oh, that's right. Oh, wait, whatever.
Enemy charging. Enemy charging.
Commander, you've received a new message at your private terminal.
Knockback facility detected. From Cerberus Command. Planet information. Zadaban. Zecha system. Tracheal Abyss. You have decrypted and analyzed the data you've recovered from the relay on Tarith. Resources mined on Tarith are being sent to Zadaban, presumably for use in weapons manufacture. It's clear that the Bloodpack is planning a large-scale invasion. Disrupting the operation on Zadaban will go a long way toward delaying or preventing this invasion. Eat the fish. Oh, there's Iso here.
Launching probe. Probe launched. Probe launched.
A bit of Iso here, apparently.
Probe away. Launching probe. Launching probe. Probe launched.
You know, this is what I would consider an Iso-rich planet.
Launching probe.
I suppose any planet with Iso on it could be considered Iso-rich. Considering its rarity. Right. Dorai is a large hot world with a poisonous atmosphere of acidic nitrogen oxides. While the planet is too close to Lucerne for this to condense and fall as rain, this makes the environment too hostile for forms of life more sophisticated than bacteria to evolve. Antanta is remarkably close to Earth. Its orbital distance is similar and while slightly larger, its reduced density yields similar mass, atmospheric pressure and gravity, then the similarities end. The Lucerne is a hot Class F star emitting over 8 times the energy of Sol.
Untanta is parched wasteland. Its water long since boiled away into its nitrogen carbon dioxide atmosphere. A handful of mining outposts dot their hellishly hot surface. Crews remain in underground bunkers, sending remotely controlled machines out at night to do surface work and load cargo for shipment. Jontan is a fairly standard close-orbiting Pegasaid gas giant orbiting the star Luceran at high velocity and heated to temperatures of over 1000 degrees. Analysis of its orbit has revealed a core of heavy elements with a mass double that of the planet's hydrogen-helium atmosphere. And nothing of interest. Furthest from the dim red dwarf Onsats, the ice dwarf Myzuth has attracted no interest beyond a cursory flyby by automated probes. In 1874, no significant resources were noted. Cold, dim and shrouded by a methane-ammonia atmosphere, Zesmeni has nevertheless attracted development by Asari mining concerns that service military industries. There are significant loads of valuable light metals present, including titanium and lithium. Titanium is the primary material used in mass accelerator slugs, and lithium is used in the military-grade droplet heat radiators used aboard warships. Though nearly the size of Earth, Carrier contains only 28% of its mass. It has a trace atmosphere of neon and molecular nitrogen, but the predominant carbon dioxide has long since frozen and fallen to the surface as frost. While Aquaria has a core of heavy metals, the bulk of the planet's volume consists of water ice. Several unique forms of long-chain carbon molecules have been recovered on the surface, pushed up from beneath the ice by cryovolcanic processes. Aquaria has a large rocky moon, compositionally similar to Luna. No resources worth a damn.
We have used half our fuel.
Right. And the forged ID was the Citadel. Okay. Right. Let's get rid of some of these freaking markers and actually see what the fuck I'm doing. Vem Oscar, a Jovian gas giant Vem Oscar, weeping witness in Hyperion Volus, is a low-density hydrogen-helium planet with 35 moons. Later this year, 33 of the moons will be visible from the planet's surface in a conjunction, an event that will be recorded by space probes from all over the galaxy. Something tells me you may be busy rebuilding at that point. Unique discovery. Apras is a heavenly twin of a planet in a star system that has not one but two worlds of sufficient mass to retain a nitrogen-oxygen atmosphere within the habitable life zone of its parent star. Fossil evidence shows abundant vertebrae and evidence of a sapient terrestrial avian species in its Bronze Age. However, the only trace of contemporary life on the planet is that of a single-celled organism in its seas. All else has suffered from an extinction event, a series of massive impacts that vaporized vast quantities of water and lofted dust into its atmosphere. Early theories that this event was a collision with a fragmenting asteroid have now been discounted even. The impact craters were aimed directly at habitation centers. Ow. Sister tragedy to the extinction event on Aphros, Tarsel Nim was the rarest of jewels, a second garden planet within the same life zone as Aphros. Not as old as its sister planet, its fossil evidence indicates it was home to abundant invertebrate sea life. However, similar craters to those on Aphros created a dust trail that killed 99% of biota on the planet. The even spacing of the craters indicates a coordinated simultaneous attack from points around the globe, rather than an asteroid collision or supervolcanic scenario.
Probe away.
I might actually get over 100,000 ESO.
Launching probe. Probe away. Probe away.
Ugh. Arm is killing me. Anomaly detected. Scans show a crude base established on the planet's surface. Communications match known blood-pact mercenary protocols. Numerous life signs matching Vulture genealogy detected. The base's material resources match our data on weapons manufacturing components.
I am detecting a large power source inside the base. It is probable that destroying it would disrupt the entire facility.
Kalask, you'll get your resources when they're good and ready. Wanna come mine these rocks yourself? Everything will be ready for the attack. If you'd gotten me the additional vulture I asked for, it would have been done by now. Salamule. Kalask, I'm sending back 2 of the vulture you sent me so that you can see what I'm dealing with out here. I suggest you not arm these morons. These piss-poor shots are more likely to blast the broadside of one of your generators than hit their intended targets. Maybe once you understand what I'm dealing with, you won't be so quick to mock me when I ask for some goddamn assistance. Salamule.
Incoming! Barriers up. Too late! Now you're dead!
Kalask, some of my vulture have gone missing. I need more if you expect us to get this work done on schedule. I don't care how you get them. Ask Garm for his extras. He has to have some cast-offs that are good enough for mining duty. Salamule.
Feel the blood rain! take the heat off? Krogan on its way.
Nothing. Go
Krogan in. Hold fire, Shepard! Nothing can hurt me! Let's take a closer look. Time to go.
This looks interesting.
Actually give me an upgrade there.
No messages for you, Commander.
Eat the fish. Name the shining sea in an old Volus language. Bovis Tor is so named for its boiling surface rich in glowing hot alumina. Flecked with dark ridges of carbon, its thick atmosphere of nitrogen and oxygen is no indicator of life, since the temperatures are so simply too high. Sphere is a planet capable of supporting life, if that life happens to breathe ammonia. Discovered by Asari explorers, the planet was used as a bargaining chip by the Citadel Council, who quickly drafted a colonization agreement with its wealthy client race, the Volus. The Council would fund the Volus colonization effort in return for massive trade benefits. With uncharacteristic enthusiasm, an enormous Volus influx ensued, and the Council reaped the economic benefits for a dozen years before the colonization bubble burst. Today, the economic good times on Talis Sphere are long gone, and modern Volus businesses are cutthroat operations. Piracy is a grave threat to shipping, as well-armed criminals see the Volus as easy prey.
Launching probe. Launching probe. Launching probe. Probe launched. Probe away.
Ozatab. An ice giant Ozatab, Sky Warden, has a bluish tinge from its hydrogen methane atmosphere. Its axial tilt causes its seasons to vary widely in temperature. Could have flew the other direction, couldn't I? Okay. I have not been feeling freaking well since this morning, so I am going to call it here. I wanted to get all the systems done, but taken nearly 4 hours just to get through this small amount. We should finish the side quests tomorrow, though, along with looking through all the systems. God, I hope. Anyway, that will be all for now, though. Bye!